Hi, my name is Shalita. I'm originally from Louisiana. And right after university, I moved to California because I've always been interested in different cultures and places. So I decided to take the leap and try something new. I started working in computer services, but I found that my personality and computer services really didn't mix that well. I decided to go ahead and tutor young children after work. So I would work pretty much a 9 to 5, and through the No Child Left Behind Act, you can tutor underprivileged kids in your area. So I started doing that, and I really loved teaching children, tutoring kids, and sharing my knowledge with other students. It was at that time that I was talking with my father on the phone, and he said, "Why don't you come to Korea? You could be a teacher here. You could do that full time." And I thought, what am I going to do in Korea? Never been there. I barely know where it is on a map. But again, I decided to take the leap, and that brought me to South Korea to become an EFL teacher. After living and working in Korea for 3 years, I decided that I needed to enhance my teaching style and learn more about EFL teaching. I find that when you first go to Korea, they give you a course book and they say, okay, this is the course book, go ahead and teach. But the course book is actually written in Korean, and the only English parts are what the students should be saying. So I didn't get that much training on how to be a teacher. I didn't know how to relate to my students other than by trial and error. And I found after 3 years of teaching, there were a lot of things that I still didn't know. I didn't know the methodology behind why we teach what we teach and how to approach native speakers or L1 speakers when there's an English classroom and all you speak is English. So I started doing some research about the CELTA program as well as other programs, and I found IALF Bali, and as soon as I started reading about the program and everything that they had to offer, I knew it was a program for me. I'd come to Bali a year before, and I just really loved Bali. So I knew I wanted to go to Bali, and I knew IALF had the exact type of curriculum that would make me a better teacher. So I started doing some research online because I really wanted to take the leap into making English a career for me and not just a job. So I went online and I found IALF Bali, and I knew I wanted to live in Bali. I'd visited a year before. The people were amazing and the climate is great. And after taking a look at all the curriculum that they were going to offer and how long they've been doing this program, I decided that IALF Bali would be a perfect fit for what I was going to do and also with what I had done. I knew they had teachers that worked with teachers who had taught already previously, teachers that are just coming into teaching English. So I made the decision, and I have to say it was a great one. On the first day of the course, I really didn't know what to expect or what I was walking into. I knew I had an idea, and David was really great at answering all my questions prior to getting here, but this was my first teaching course. I was lucky in the fact that they use real students. Real Indonesian students from a local high school came in and agreed to let us teach them. We also had 2 different levels of students. So there were elementary students as well as pre-intermediate students. And as a teacher, you have students of all levels. You're not sure who you're going to teach exactly or what level they're going to be at. So IALF gives you that practice. It allows you to stretch yourself as a teacher and to push yourself and come up with lesson plans that not only work for one section, or one type of students, but for all students. The staff here definitely is just grade A. I've been teaching for 3 years, and there are things that I never even thought about prior to taking this course. For example, when I was in Korea, it would be, oh, I'm teaching, what are you going to do today? Or what do you do every day? Because that's what it says in the book. And thanks to IALF, I can say things like, by the end of the lesson, the students will be able to develop their fluency regarding daily activities. And while I'm teaching, I can look and see what problems they're having, why they're having those problems, and I can set solutions prior to even giving the class, which is amazing. Even when I worked in computer services, my boss used to tell me, you should be proactive, not reactive, and I feel like that's what IALF has done for me. The staff here is really great. Two staff members that I worked closely with are Ibu Kamang. I want to talk about her first because we kind of have a little saying in our group. We call her Ko-Mama because it's just like someone who cares closely for you. They want to make sure that you're doing well. They want to check on you, but they also expect growth. They expect you to do really great things and model things for you to follow. So I feel that her being a part of our teaching and also being a role model for us was amazing. My experience definitely would not have been the same without her. And then the second person is David. It's good to have both of them because their teaching styles and also their feedback styles are different. And David is more along the lines of being very straightforward and giving you structure and having little nuggets of knowledge because he's been here for 17 years in Bali. He knows the students. He can tell before they even say things what problems they're going to say or what errors they may make, and then help you as a teacher to look out for those things. So overall, the staff was just beyond what I expected. And not only, like, I could get through the course with the books, but having a staff that is supportive makes it all worthwhile. So now that the course is coming to a close, I know that the original idea of me becoming a better teacher is realized. And I have so much energy and hope and education to give to my future students that I feel I'm just ready to tackle it all. I'm so excited about having my goals met and my aims achieved, as David would say, as far as being a better teacher. So after leaving Bali, I hope to not only go back to Korea and show my students the things that I've learned and also be a better teacher for them, but to expand my career to going into other countries because this is a world-recognized program, and I can see why.